How's the equilibrations going? Man, I get the opportunity to talk about materials. Those are important, right? I don't want material failures. That's bad news for me. Bad news for everybody. None of us want material failures. That's like the worst. Something that, just the decision that if you'd have just went with a different material rather than the one you chose, that you wouldn't have that failure. With everything else you got to worry about, minimizing your risks and materials is definitely beneficial. Your choices, and there's always risks, and it's about minimizing the risks as far as what materials we choose, and the balance between aesthetics and function and strength, and I want to sit up here and I just want to tell you what I use, just use this, but there's not really a cookbook to that, a lot of it's patient-based, and so maybe it's more easy for me to tell you what I wouldn't use, and then you can make a decision whether or not you'd like to take a risk on this patient or not take a risk on the patient. But as I run through, the materials, the things that I've kind of thought of, as I built this lecture from scratch is, we talk about strength characteristics of materials and how we address the strength and how we compare strengths between different materials, how they're retained, these different materials, whether we're going to cement or bond these materials, how we clean restorations, condition restorations, and the different cements. And so you can see the gamut. That's kind of a lot of stuff we're going to talk about in the next hour or so. So we better get started. It's talking about strengths of ceramics. When we're comparing different strengths, there's a couple different ways. There's many different fractural strength tests. Flexural strength and fracture toughness are the two that I look at to compare materials. And there is a big range as far as what you find as far as the strengths go. Flexural strength is the strength, as you see, is the flexing of the ceramic. And this is the most commonly compared strength test between the different ceramics to tell which one's stronger. Which one am I going to use in what situation? Okay. And there's different types of flexural strengths. And so when you're hearing manufacturers talk about their flexural strengths of the different materials, you have to know how they were tested. Because there's different ways to test flexural strength. There's biaxial, 3-point bending, and 4-point bending. And the more bends you put to it, the highest amount of stress there is, the lowest reported flexural strengths.